Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and today we starting off with the 360. We got Skullcruncher here. I don't know his name as MechFansToys calls him, but that's what we know him as, Skullcruncher. So let's get into this. So Skullcruncher comes with a number of accessories. He comes with this, which is his tail, of course, and he comes with this, which is his tail, of course. His tail. So all these come separate, and at first the directions don't really do a great job. So you just put this onto this thing on those notches. It's kind of like a cover for his gun, and at the same time it acts as like a tail cover. And you see, you put this together to form his tail. Then you get all the articulation that you need, and kind of more looks like a better tail, which is cool. Here's Skullcruncher, and we'll compare him to the original, and they made vast improvements. I can't even say this is like a knockoff. I mean, I know they took the, like, it's just liberties. I mean, I think they did a great job. I don't even know if you can like tell. It's just so different from the original. Everything. The face is better. This, of course, that moves. These never moved on the originals. It's kind of like their own design. They just kind of took the platform and expanded on it. I'm not sure if this is right. I think so, though. The head's so big, I don't think it can go in like this. So yeah, it's hard to see. I can consider this kind of like their own figure. I don't know how much they took from this, if anything. And I do know they do make their own, but a lot of these are the knockoffs. But this is far away from the original. And then this opens, I think, or it did one time. So here's the head sculpt. Pretty nice. Again, I can't get this open. I don't know. I thought this did open, but also the back is super tight, and I already stressed that when I tried to open it before. And it's not, you see that big stress mark, because it actually turned sideways. So that's super hard to get open, and I just opened it, and I'm gonna leave it open, but it's usually flat. So you know, these guys, again, they're pretty much the same size, all of them. So it's just quick. You see, they're super big. And here's Astro Train, of course, the same size, because that's their scale. Articulation is a little different. He can't get that far. He's very well articulated. He can get up to the side. There's a little joint in there that moves like that, so you can get like a different type of range. 90 degrees. His fists go up and down through the transformation, and I didn't mean to do that. Click on it here, but it doesn't really do a great job. And this stays like that. So peg does not work. You can see it comes off all the time. Got the bicep swivel. His head can go all the way around, unlike Brainstorms. Does get kind of up and no down. Has the waist swivel. This you can move certain ways. You can move it like that. If you don't want it to show, you can move it. I'm not really sure the official way it is. You can make this more protrude out that way, so you can get it flatter on his back. But it's all up to you. You do splits. Joints are really tight. Not super tight, but tight enough. Good friction. You know, the friction joints, so ball joints. Does do the hurdles, does the splits as you saw. Cut joint up here. Has a knee to get you 90 degrees. That's about it. He does have these legs, the alligator legs, that kind of act as heel spurs, and you can move them accordingly. You can move them out here. You need like a bigger heel spur to keep him up, because his foot, this is the only problem I really have with him, is this foot right here is on this ball joint. Does get good rockers. You get down like that, up like that, but it's super loose, so it does nothing for his standing. All the standing is from this, and you pretty much need that spur to have him stand. He does stand fine. You see he's hopping around, doesn't fall. But if it wasn't for that spur, he would. So get him out the way. Get that spur out the way, and he has no type of balance. Not to mention that it's lopsided. But even try to get him, you know, he needs that foot. That's what I'm saying. Headmaster comes off similar as the other one. Arms out, legs, 2 joints, very loose, and his face looks weird. Same gold paint, same faces. So let's get him into alligator mode. Flip this around, put this down. I think there's a lot of smart stuff here. That's kind of impressive for a legend scale. Move this up here like this. Move this up here like this. These holes are gonna, this is gonna peg into these peg that into there. And you spin this around. All the scales are at the top, so you know which way he's needs to be facing. So then you move this like this, scales again on the top, so you know where he needs to be facing. That like that. I believe it goes like this because when you pull this out, I was pulling this all the way out and then going like that. You can't, you know, it doesn't lock anywhere. So I just think you push this all the way down, it automatically goes down. Again, scale top, then move this until you can get it like that, where his legs, his alligator feet. Then you can like kind of situate it the way you want it. You see how that goes like that, and you can get it so it's kind of flat. Do this first because I don't think you're spinning around. Pull this leg out, and then this leg spins around, and then you spin this around like this. Now this is one of those over-under joints, so you want to do this one first, and then you want to do this one. Then you pull this out, spin these legs around, and then you pull this. And that over-under, this will go over the under. And there you go. Then you get these alligator legs together. Then with this, put this together earlier. You see that goes on there. It's kind of hard. Be careful. These are sharp. Kind of want it flush. So then you can have it like that. Now you can try to put the, it's not the greatest plastic in the world, but there you go. And he can actually sit like he's driving. Put him in there like that. And you can close it up. Now you have storage. And I think I like the way he looks. He looks cool. In this, you have legs that move like that on that hinge. You have it on that hinge. You have the ball joint that spins around, and you get the rocker. And you get this type of rocker, and you can get this if you want. It kind of breaks it up, but you can get it. So I think it's great articulation. The tail, you can articulate about that much on this joint, and then on this joint, he articulates like that. So it's cool. You can get it kind of looking from this side. It does break it up a little bit, but you can kind of fake the funk if you want. Move it like over here and then move it over here to make it look like his tail is moving. See, from there you can kind of see his front paws just go up and down. They don't really, they do rock. If you consider this the rocker, you got to use that really. And you can move all of this. You can move all of this, like same over here. Then his eyes and face, I like the way his teeth look. They like overlap like a real crocodile. And you can open up about that much. Nothing going on in his mouth. His eyes are painted red. I think that's great. So yeah, Skullcruncher, I think is a good figure. All right, so now we can go back to robot, and it's simple. This side, you want to flip out. Well, you can flip them both out, but you know the over under. You can see it a little better. Flip that out. Then you just want to move this like this. Flip that panel around, push this up, and you can turn this to get it more heel spurish. Again over here. Flip this, move this up, move this down, and turn that. Get it back there. Don't know what's up with my camera or if it's my eyes. Could be either. Finally got it out. So that's hard. I would never do that again. In life, close it. It's going to be closed for the last time. So then this, you just unpeg, move it back. I'm not sure how it goes exactly. Get it like this to more flush, so the scales aren't in the way. You can move it so you can't see the scales, or you can move it so you can't see the head. It doesn't matter to me. You move the arms down and you just orient the arms. You can get this piece up. This needs, move this out. Even though this doesn't work that great, as I said before, I don't think it's user error. It's figure error. And move that down. Get it correct. Move the feet out. Spin it around. Feet out, or toes out, I should say. Spin it around. Pop the head on, and you're good to go. These things. Little sword and gun action. I think the accessories look really good too. So, all right, so that's it. If you enjoyed this review, please give me a like and I will appreciate it. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm out. Peace.
Ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.